Good evening. I'm sitting here tonight with Professor Grostek, the legend of synthesizer pop, now in his 20th year in music business and still on top. Good evening, Professor.
You alright?
Yes, now, my first question was for you. How did you get started in the music biz?
I have always liked music, especially digital sound. As a youngster, I used to enjoy playing the piano, experimenting with different keys, blending them together in complete harmony.
Quite. You went on to do a master's in synthesizer pop at the University of Halberstadt. Now, there were problems from the moment you enrolled. Did you care to elaborate on that?
I didn't like the interior design of the whole place. And of course the lecturers let their sexual urges get in the way of their work.
Well, that sounds pretty nasty. Your first album was called Keys of Delight. It was composed entirely on one of the very first synthesizers, the Amstrad 11Z. Pretty difficult technology, eh?
Yes, Keys of Delight was my first album. I found it quite hard to adjust to the Amstrad, but I soon got the knack and was able to go into a total odyssey of sound.
Sounds good. Now, later you met your first wife, Alice von Hunker. There was a divorce, pretty nasty. You lost a lot of money, your children were taken away, and your mansion became a home for invalids.
Yeah. I have always had a soft spot for spackers in wheelchairs, so I let them use my house and all its facilities since my children no longer lived with me. And as for my wife, she turned into a fat shite.
Ugh, what a horrid woman. Well, here we're sitting next to what you compose most of your hits upon, the Korg 9000 Micro Series. It has an arpeggiator. I see it's on. Would you care to give us a demonstration?
Yeah, cool.
Oh, this is exciting. Now, that piece was quite unique. It was, a lot of different textures in that. But at the same time, even though it was very much a piece from you, I can detect within it traces of other acts. I've heard you mention the Lighthouse family in other interviews. Could you expand on that?
I listened to a wide range of music, and when I came to England, I was thoroughly moved by the sounds of the Lighthouse family, especially the black guy, whose voice I find quite heavenly.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. Your third album, The Dark Keyboard, was that 981, I think that came out. That spawned a massive hit single, Hooch, which featured a very young artist by the name of Flamboyant.
I recorded Hooch with Flamboyance. It's a combo rap piece about a woman who claims her kid's mine and wants me to help look after it and that. But I want none to do with the bairn or her. It's all about attitude.
Now let's have a look at a clip from the video.
Yeah, let's do this. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, pratik. Nice, enas, 4, 4, namparaya, nimbo. Deu pataca, calaca, paca, pakira, zek, faca, deka, paca, michela, pap, 2, 4, pacal, tisha, waka, deka, jaka, shaven cunt. Fitch. Oh, yeah, oi, als wat een veer. Want tot dit de mijn en vuur. 6, 9, 4, dead, Nazi sticky in my butt. I, yeah, 4, 4, 7, there. Filthy cow. See when I pack up an empty guy. Get the cash up, but don't get the back of a hand like a bucket of 40. Take a back up, get back at the cash. Yeah, or the simple day, but no killer. Yo, Silla, what there, what the boy, he didn't want the tea. I am sick of that goal. I go driving in my car, not with you. I can scare up, fuck a decade. Do a job, I can look up, grab a deck of waka, get the food, but the capaccia, whoop the catale, whoop a catcher. S is crack, food, but the calaca. Ushke, a vaca, take a vaca, stick it up your asshole. I am Whoosh, nicht meiner Kinder. Whoosh, nicht meiner Kinder. Flamboyant, rip up the mic. Sex, eating Kinder. Volle, I sing, give more sweets. Come to my little.
Now, the video, rumoured to be one of the most expensive video shoots at that date, had quite a few controversies surrounding the filming, did it not? There was a bust-up with your co-featured artist, Flamboyance, because he had some rather bizarre demands.
Aye, he was a right weird cunt, eccentric character. He was fixated with brickwork. He was paranoid as seagull shite, and he was very judgmental. For instance, he wouldn't look you in the eye if you wore Velcro strapped trainers. Aye, he's a proper strange bastard.
I heard rumours that he wanted certain kinds of things sent to him. He wanted a suit made out of IKEA carpet. He wanted 12 fish, exactly 12 fish, all of the same size and weight, sent to the set. He barred your yoga teacher. I read a quote saying that he called him a wanker.
Aye, he didn't like lazy people, and he thought yoga was just exercise for lazy, or in his words, bone idle people. So he didn't take to my yoga teacher very well. Aye, and his demands were weird, and he had a bad attitude.
Some people would say you're responsible for Flamboyance's entire career. Now, but since he became famous, he's rather abused you through the medium of song. He had a single on his last album called Gross Turd, which translates as big shit, Would you care to comment on this rivalry?
Ja, dus dat.
He started being a cocky little shite, dishing the abuse out and that, calling me a big shit. But I came back with push back the clay, shoving the abuse back up his arse. Push, push, push back the clay.
Push back the clay.
Push back the clay indeed.
Back the clay.
Now your desert boots, they look pretty expensive. Where did you get them? Jared!
It's in the shop, Sal!
Oh shit, now what we're gonna do, man? What we're gonna do? Oh, fuck knows.
I'm shitting myself, Darren! Phone the police!
The end. The end. End.
Ding dong, ding dong.
World.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Bright on early fallen day races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you and I find it hard to take. When people run and circle, it's a very, very ding dong, ding dong.